Folkens, det noen som har brukt Skype her før? Kan de rekke opp hånden, bare for å se hvor mange av dere som har brukt Skype? Fett, det nesten alle sammen. Kun de over 60 som ikke har brukt det. Jeg bare tipper, jeg vet ikke, jeg bare tipper. Hvor mange det som har Skype på mobilen sin? Helsiken. Hvor mange det som har lyst til å møte gründeren bak Skype? Ja visst. Han kunne ikke komme her i dag, men vi har han på Skype. Vi har han på Skype, det jo enda bedre. Ta vel imot Jonas Kjellberg, folkens. Jonas! Du med, eller? Skal du sende et bilde, profilbilde, eller skal du... Kan du høre meg, Jonas?
Yes, jeg kan høre deg. Kan du høre meg?
I can hear you, man. I can definitely hear you. Now I can see you as well.
Ain't that beautiful?
That is very beautiful. But tell me, you have sold literally millions, this product to the millions of people. And you got to convince me right now, why is your product the best in the world?
Well, the whole world can talk for free. Why pay for telephony? It's so easy, even your mother can use it.
Wow.
Did I sell it?
You sold it in less than 30 seconds, man. A pitch should be like 30 seconds, but you did it in 5, man. Now I know you are the greatest salesman I've met so far, man. Can you get an applause, people?
Thank you very much.
But like, would you like to see Johan in person? Would you like to meet these people as well?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Let's stop this fake stuff. Get out here, man. Come on, man. Det här är inte oftast.
Thank you, man.
Nice to meet you, Johan. It's a great inspiration hearing about your work, and everybody knows about Skype, man.
That's fun, you know.
You feel you accomplished success? You are
No,
happy with the product?
I think, you know, true success is going from failure to failure with the same enthusiasm.
But you were VP of sales at Skype.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little about that?
Well, it's all about showing up at the right time at the right place and having a lot of luck. So I walked in through the office doors at the right moment.
So if you have the right product, it will just sell itself and everything will be okay?
No, I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions. That's what we get up on stage and say, you know, Skype just, you know, totally viral, went over the globe, but that's just a lot of bullshit. You know, we worked really hard when it came to sales with partners and PR and all. We used all the tools in the toolbox.
Yeah, but sales is very important. But sometimes you have some fear for sales. Some people are afraid if they're not going to reach enough sales and stuff. How do you overcome that fear of like not accomplishing the success of sales you want?
I think, well, first of all, you need to start with a good product. Let's be clear, it's much easier to sell a great product than a shitty product.
You did it in 5 seconds.
Well, you know, you said the pitch should be in 30, so let's try to keep it to 5.
Yeah.
But I think a good product has a clear friction-free storytelling. You know, it's very easy for a sales guy to share it, but also for customers to share it to someone else. If it takes more than 30 seconds, it's difficult to explain. So it's also difficult to sell. But more about that, I think the challenge we have here in the Nordics is that we don't really take sales really serious. I think in the US, customer acquisition is really a key part in everything you do. And I think they're much more analytic when it comes to sales. Here in the Nordic, we can build a beautiful, great product, and then we put some kind of 70s kind of sales onto it, instead of trying to really innovate and can we integrate sales into the product. And I think Skype did that in a great way. You know, in the beginning, we sent to everybody's email address. We sent, you know, this guy just joined Skype, you should join. That really sped on a lot of things. Dropbox does it really good, building in sales into their product.
Okay, but if you're going to invest in a company or work with a company, what criteria must they meet?
I think, first of all, I like to invest in companies that, you know, create new markets or disrupt existing markets. I also like to invest in something I believe in. Is there a clear delight? Is this product really solving a pain? Is there a need for this product, or is it just another gimmick? And then I need to like the people. Because if you invest in something, you also invest in the people behind. You know you're going to spend a lot of days with these people, and there's not only going to be success, there's also going to be a lot of misery, and you need to put in a lot of more money into the company, and everything goes to hell more often than it goes to success. So then you really need to enjoy the people you work with, because otherwise it becomes boring.
So Skype has definitely been a great investment for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you even spent time. You just said you walked into a room, right time, and it just...
Well, you know, life,
boomed.
you know, stars need to be aligned in everything, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're too early on in the idea, and then sometimes you're too late, you know.
Yeah.
So it's all about the timing, you know, getting through that window of opportunity when you're there. But also having the possibility of taking the opportunity, and really having the guts to go global and really, you know, aim for the stars and not ending up just, you know, in a small city in Stockholm. We moved the office to London very fast, set up offices in San Francisco and so on. Really try to, you know, capture the global market.
I don't know if some people here, but probably somebody who tried to do something with a project and failed. Have you ever done something that hasn't turned out as great as Skype? And how important is it to learn to fail as well?
I think I fail every day. I think that is the true success in everything you do. And I think the same thing with Skype. It started out as something much bigger, and it was the telephony client that really moved it. And then when you get up on stage, you look back and say, okay, this is how we did it. It was a journey. We went from here to here, and now look how smart we were. But that's often bullshit. It's often like this. It's a constant, you know, iterations of failures on and on and on and on. You know, you do mistakes in the code. You choose the wrong partners. You know, there's constantly things that can be done better. But I think that's the life of an entrepreneur.
But you definitely have a lot of experience today. And do you have something you can share with the people here, like some good tips for entrepreneurs that are here today and want to make something happen?
I think it's more about, you know, if you really have an idea, you know, you should have a lot of ideas. It's seldom that idea that you really believe in is going to be success. It's like iterating it over and over and over that really gets it to the next stage. And then also I think it's about not being afraid of failure. And it's nearly setting up like, okay, I'm going to start this, and it's probably going to go to hell. I'm probably going to lose all my investors' money. But I'm fine with it. And I know that the people that have invested in that and invested in me, they can also lose that kind of money. So then it's fine. Because then you basically secure the down end. So be prepared for failure, because if you are that, you know, then only success is the only option left.
But when you sell it to people, don't show that you have there is a possibility for failure.
No, but I in the contrary, I'm so old by now, and it works with relationships. I often go to people, this is probably going to go to hell. It's a big risk. That's why I'm asking for your money. I don't want to spend my own.
Yeah. And maybe like, okay.
Okay, sounds good, or probably not. But at least I know it's money. I take money from people I know that they won't lose. They're not going to be too sad if they lose it.
Okay.
But in the end, I want to succeed. But you can't always succeed. That's just how entrepreneurship is.
I got one more question for you, but it's a little bit more personal, something I wonder about. But is it anything you want to say to the crowd that I haven't asked you about?
No, I think it's more about, if you really work with innovation, it's more about trying to understand, okay, what are the key blocks in building things. I think many entrepreneurs often start out either, you know, you're very strong on your delight, you have a really good product, but then you lack sales. But it's also the combination of sales combined with a good product, but also innovating in business models is one of the important parts. How can you redo things? How can you innovate in zeros? How can you think different? It's about, you know, thinking outside the box and not just inside the box, as they say in Germany.
Okay. And one last question that is personal, like, if I become a better salesman, is it easier for me to pick up girls?
I think you probably pick up a lot of girls anyway.
You don't have to think. God is something we think and believe. You know, man. You know.
I know, but I think from a sales perspective, I often say the most important part is to keep your customers. Huh?
Yeah. And how do you keep them? What's the best way?
So maybe that's you think about. That's also where you need to use sales.
Yeah, it's true.
You need to keep your customers as well. Huh?
Thank you very much, Johan.
Thank you very much.
Stor applaus för han, folkens.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. It was nice having you here.